Um, 3, 2, 1, go. Bit late, but here we go. This is Metroid Fusion. So you see this text box? You're gonna love this text box. You're gonna be seeing it for the rest of the game. It's everyone's favorite conversation. Now here's the most annoying trick in the game. And I got it. That loses 5 seconds on average if you fail it, those wall jumps. There's a slightly faster method without the wall jumps, but it's more precise. So now we're going to the quarantine bay to kill the whole node. Now he's dead. So early game is just pretty slow and boring until you get past like Sector 1, which is where all the fun stuff starts happening. Also, more text. Everyone loves text. So the first item we're going to get is the missile, and this is one of the only Metroid games where you get missiles before bombs. No, missiles before morphle, sorry. Hey, it's more text. Everyone's favorite thing to do in this game. So, missiles in this game, you get they stack upgrades to them, but each upgrade, while stronger, the cooldown for it is longer, which making a trick called double. Yes. Oh, it is working. It makes a trick called doubles, which is where you make 2 missiles hit on the same frame a lot harder. So like the more you upgrade, the more it gets, the more harder it gets. Hey, more text. Everyone's favorite thing to do in this game. The text becomes less frequent as you get through like mid-game and so on. So this game has idols. Now, one of the most frustrating things playing this game is your luck. This run's very luck-based if you get a good time or not. And you have idols mainly to blame because they shoot up to 4 beams. You want them to shoot none, which is not a thing that happens often. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's considered really unlucky. It's 5 feet. This is Arachnus. And that was Arachnus. You basically want to stun lock him as you're shooting missiles at him, but he will sometimes just roll and you lose 5 seconds. So now we have Morph Ball. So now we can head off to Sector 1 to get Charge Beam. Sector 1, you need to destroy the 5 stabilizers to let you progress. So here's the SAX. It's a clone of yourself, and he really hates open doors, so he's gonna blow it up in a second. So this is the main elevator. We're gonna be stuck down here for quite a while until until the 30-minute mark. That's when you can get back up because that elevator stopped working. So this sector is all about health management because the way drops work is if you have full health, you'll always get missile drops. So we need to not take damage through this sector to keep getting missile drops. So here's the stabilizer. Let's see what pattern I get. So that's the good pattern because depending on when you kill it, the screen will flash a red another time, and that wastes a lot of time. So if that went up and I missed the missile, I would lose 5 seconds, like automatically. Oh, that's just unlucky. So you get 4 on that wall is pretty unlucky. See, that's a case of being unlucky because that went the wrong way. I had to wait longer. Now, because I only have 3 missiles, I'm not going to attempt the double. Because if I miss one, I lose a lot of time. Wow, that is really... That's an uncommon thing, what you just saw. Like, it's opening straight away, no beams. There. So there's the double, so I'm talking about. So now we have Charge Beam, and it's the most overpowered thing in this game. And you're going to be hearing the Charge Beam noise all the time. So now we just got one more stabilizer, then we can go to Sector 2.
Test.
last one. I went for a swag strat and I failed it. You can just jump into it, release the charge beam, and just fire a missile straight away and kill it. Alright, so that's Sector 1. We don't come back here for like another hour, so yeah, we're done with Sector 1 for a while. So there's 6 sectors in this area. You at least enter them twice, each one of them. I think Sector 5 you enter 3 times. One for ice missiles, one for power bombs, and one to fight Nightmare. Text. Everyone loves text. Sector 2, we get bombs and high jump. Now you can't infinite bomb jump in this game, same as you can't single wall jump in this game. Because you're not allowed to have fun in this game. That's the SAX. This text here explains what the SAX is, but we don't care. For all I care, he works at the fast food joint. There's gonna be 2 red enemies called Zoros, and I want them to move certain ways in this room. So that one's gone the right way, because if that's going the wrong way, you have to shoot it. Oh no. And this one went up, so I gotta kill it. So now the blue doors are unlocked and we can go get bombs. Nice. That's a frame perfect jump. So now we have bombs. Hooray, bombs. And now we can bomb box. If you've been paying attention, I've been shooting before I land in some places. It's actually faster to do that. It's faster to unspin before you land. And I opt to do it by shooting. It's the easiest way for me to do it. coming up is Zazabi. Now, Zazabi has lots of randomness to it. Like it could either jump it could jump 3 to 12 times. And of course we want 3, but that's a really, really low chance of that happening. So I'm gonna count how many times it jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I can do a minimum of 6 jumps. So that's a minimum for the last round. Hey, 6 jumps. Now we have high jump. So yeah, many runners have lost runs to this boss, and it's a really annoying thing to lose a run to, because it's not your fault if you lose time. There's also something coming up called SAX skip. You basically, where the SAX is in the bottom of the room, you go down and jump over it with a mothball. But if I make one mistake, I die, so I'm not going for it. I'm just gonna wall jump here. Those are impressive wall jumps. Shoutouts to Scotty for left side. Left side is best side. I used to go up through to the right on a few blocks. Apparently that's faster. Well, barely faster, but it's faster. So now that we're done with Sector 2, we are going to go to Sector 4. And more text. This is the last elevator dialogue for a while, so we won't be seeing that until we save the animals. Now, Sector 4 has our favorite boss series, which also has luck to it. This is a recurring theme. Now I want Ceres to do a certain pattern, because if he doesn't do it, I have to wait and make sure I hit it. This is one of the worst rooms in the game, this one. There's a lot of luck involved in this room, whether or not you can do it really fast or not. Ceres is dead. That's Ceres. Oh, this is the worst pack. So yeah, that's Ceres. So Ceres only has 50 health. Your full charge beam damage is 25. So you can kill it in 2 shots. So yeah, now that we have a speed booster, we can gain access to Sector 3. So to actually leave Sector 4, you need to lower the water. So that's what we're doing right now. Now I'm going to do a trick called a low-height shine spark, which is where you shine spark. So you shine spark a pixel off the ground. You normally can't do that in 2 block high spaces, but if you do it a pixel off the ground, you can still get it. You can go right through it. So you will be coming back to Sector 4 pretty later, but that's all we do for now. Too. Sector 3 is the hot area. Because it's red, it must be hot. But yeah, we don't go into the lower half of Sector 3 till later. So we're just going to get super missiles and just leave. So we have to unlock the green doors, go get supers, fight box, and leave. It's a pretty quick segment. Just for you, Scotty. Now I'm going to try a really hard trick. So if you press down while you break the speed booster block, yeah, you can store a shine spark and break the block. We call this missile tank Bob, by the way. He's the most infamous missile tank in this game. So now this is super missile. a really tight shine spark there you can do to get across there here faster. If you don't know, shine spark is when you store the speed booster by pressing down and then press A. Oh yeah, that was the boss fight. We'll be seeing him again later. But yeah, he's a pretty simple fight. I was a bit worried about my health too, but I seem to be fine. To be cautious, we're going to Sector 6. I'm going to do some things a lot safer. Because there's one room in particular that if you do wrong, you will die. So I gotta be careful. So take it a bit cautious. So yeah, Sector 6, the game's dialogue says it's really dark and it's hard to see. We'll see, I'll show you like how dark it is. It is really dark, I swear. You can't see anything when you go in there. Are you ready to see how dark it is? It's so dark you need a searchlight. Wow. It's so dark. I can't see anything. So those do like 82 damage, so I don't want to get touched by them. Yeah, it's this room I'm going to take more careful. By doing that. Instead of like doing it mid-air, if I land it's a lot safer. Alright, so we should be fine. Here's the SX again. Hi buddy. There's other ways of doing that, jumping over it, but that's the safest way of doing it. So I did it that way to make it safe. Here's our good friend Idol. And here's the boss. Take that, boss. Shooting that actually does nothing. It does absolutely nothing, it's just you can shoot it, because you can. So now we have the Varia suit. And we also call it the mustard suit. It has the best color ever. Yellow and pink. See, now these guys don't hurt me anymore, so we're good. That room's annoying because that blue dude there, depending on where he goes, determines how you get up. So if he goes in your way, you have to wait. So for missile count, I'm going to be grabbing 40, which is a really is a more optimal missile count. The absolute optimal is 35, but that's really luck dependent and stupid, so no one does it. 45 pretty much breaks even with 40, so I just go with 40. 50 is when you start losing time and getting more ammo. I'm also picking up 3 E-tanks. I normally grab 1, so 3 is really safe. So now we're going to Sector 5. It's the cold place. So we have one that's SR388, one's the jungle, one's the dark area, one's the hot place, and one's the water place. We have like a whole variety of locations. See, Sector 5 is we have to go to the unlock the yellow doors, and then we can go get ice missiles. Sector 5 is pretty straightforward. Just go unlock the doors and just get ice missiles, and then we trigger the meltdown sequence. This room's annoying to optimize as well. You want to get up there before that top guy shoots, and you have to do it pretty quick. So here we go, ice missiles. So you don't get ice beam, but you do get ice beam right at the end of the run. You only get it for like 10 to 20 seconds. ice missiles let you freeze enemies and stuff. But it also decreases your cooldown, so it becomes annoying later on when you get diffusion missiles. Which, fun fact, you can beat the game without firing a single diffusion missile. It's like the most pointless upgrade. So here we go. This is the meltdown segment.
Emergency in Sector 3. Emergency in Sector 3. Emergency in Sector 3.
So now we have wide beam, which is the space I want to be. I call it the onion ring beams. It looks like onion rings. So yeah, there's no boss there. You just go get wide beam and then just leave. Nightmare's a pretty easy segment, to be honest. It's more or less like the luck involved. I'll take it safe here.
Welcome all our 2018 guests. Silence is now commenced in Riverbank Room 3. Thank you.
Yes. So now that we've done this segment, the main deck elevator is now open, so we have to go save some things. Oh, way too short on that jump. This is the easy way up this room. I only do it because it annoys someone. So this is another part of lock. See, they all ran past the, 2 of them ran past the door, so that's like already 5 seconds time loss. At least they came back out straight away. Sometimes they'll waste like 5 to 10 seconds. Like, you want them to come out instantly. So yeah, remember Sector 5? We're going back there, because why not? Then Sector 5, we get back up to main deck. And we go to Sector 2, then we go to Sector 5 again. That's the last missile tank I'll be picking up. I'm pretty much set on ammo. I will be picking up another energy tank, and that will be it for my pickups. This is just another text box we get in the span of 2 minutes just to say go here. So now we're getting the power bombs, which are somewhat useful, but they're not used quite often. They're very useful for one boss though. SEX again. This is a swag strat. That's a really cool strat. I really like doing that. It's not faster though, on average, but it's just more consistent than trying to do the room the fast way. Go on, something happened.
Test. So we have a $21.62 donation from LD Walker that says, "Hi JRP, I think we should save the animals in our Super Metroid race tomorrow. What do you think?"
No.
And we have a $5.97 donation from Paul Mole that says, "Put this towards naming the Link to the Past file name after the best 3D platformer of 1997, Kappa Croc."
Oops. This is the room I've lost many of my 0% runs to. It's where I died at, I think, SGDQ as well. I'm stupid. My fingers slipped. Ooh, the 1 frame refarm. Refill. So we're going up to Yakuza. It's the spider boss. It's the run the spider boss. Everyone's favorite boss. You have a good run, 50 minutes in, he's like, no, do it again. Yeah, this is the last E-tank I'm picking up. 3, I should be fine. So Yakuza will go around the room a few times. We want him to do it once. He can do it up to 4 times. We'll see what he does. That's 1. Alright, 2 times. That's fine. And that was Yakuza. That was not that bad, but the second phase he just was kept moving too fast. See, Yakuza, the second phase of that fight is annoying because sometimes it will just keep moving left to right and it's really hard to nail a shot in if he keeps moving. See, that was that chase. We won't be seeing much of SAX for a while. So we're coming up to Notori. Notori gives you the plasma beam. Oh yeah, and I also got space jump from Yakuza. So, yeah. See, this is Notori. Notori, right? Pretty straightforward. Just shoot it until it dies. Dodge the shots. Also, if you stand here, the left guy doesn't shoot at you, so you can just keep sitting here. Wow, I'm just not getting any missile job. See, now we have the plasma beam. Now, plasma beam's actually weaker than wide beam, the beam I had before, but it does damage per frame it's inside an enemy, so it still does a lot of damage. That is that's a frame perfect trick what I just did there. That shine spark. Because normally when you hit the ceiling you have a bonk animation. That getting damage there basically interrupts it. So yep, everyone's favorite sector, Sector 5. We've been here a few times and we're going back. It's going to be a bit different this time though. Here's the longest shine spark in the game. So we're coming up to a boss called Nightmare. Now, Nightmare is interesting because there's no randomness to it. Nightmare has absolutely nothing random about it. What he does is dependent on what you do, because it follows you, then an invisible object in the room. And that invisible object is always constant. It's always doing the same thing. It's always moving the same way. Doesn't matter when you enter the room. This is nightmare. There's Faith. So this is why this boss is really easy. Because it always does the same thing. You can just do the same thing every time. There you go. So that was the whole fight. So your nightmare is basically, if you do the same thing every time, he'll always do the same thing. So it's a pretty easy fight to get consistent. So now we have the gravity suit, which lets us move on the water, which helps us leave because you actually need gravity to leave. So this is lower sector 4. And it has the best song in the game. Oh well. Nice. So falling down that hole there without landing is really hard because your hitbox is barely small enough to fit through it. He moved up. So yeah, that was the entirety of lower sector 4. Not much really happens. You just unlock the doors and just leave. Also note, this is the Japanese version. That's the only room change, major room change, is that room I was just in. Because one, they removed the middle tunnel and made it wider. That middle section there, because you can get the secret message by abusing the way missiles work and make them curve into the enemy and freeze them. So you can cheese it basically and just see the secret message. But they fixed it in this version. They fixed a lot of things. You can make, on the English version, you can make the SAX drop out of bounds. You can completely break the game and just skip to the end of the game. There was a new secrets break that was found that you corrupt the RAM of file C, and that pretty much tells the game to spawn you at end game, and it saves like 25 minutes. We're getting really closer to end the game right now. Oh. So, like, enemies can either move 1 or 2 directions in a room. Puffers can move either 1 or 4 directions. So it's really unlucky if you get hit by a puffer, really, in any of the rooms. Whoops. Wow. Yeah, that was not that bad, but that was not that good. But it's acceptable. So that was an Xbox. It's the same boss we fought earlier, but it's a bit more beefed up. Doesn't mean it's harder to do. It's just as easy as the first boss.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization.
So this is the restricted lab. If you leave the restricted lab, you can't actually come back here. Well, you can come to this section, but not like this next room. You come back here in 100% because there's a power bomb tank you need to grab. Do you guys like lag?
Seconds.
60? I think I have enough time. I didn't think I was gonna get out of that alive. Good thing I had 55 seconds to spare. So yeah, this is the last boss before endgame. So we're fighting Ridley. Ridley is a very quiet boss. Like, he's pretty chill. He's definitely not stupid loud for no reason. Wait till I kill this boss. Then you have all the time in the world. He's really quiet, alright? Really quiet. Those are the hardest doubles to get in the game, in my opinion. It's just the timing of your cooldown with the diffusion missiles is just so high that it's really hard to time your shots with the missiles. Huh. Yes, go ahead.
We have a $27.34 donation from Anonymous that says, tell JRP that there is an interesting story behind this nickel and what's for dinner.
What did he say? That's my dad. Faja. You can read more if you want. There's like 5 minutes of nothing. Nice. Text. Yeah, so this is endgame. This is the final. There's only 2 more bosses there. There's SAX and a Mega Metroid. The ceiling. Alright, so this is the SAX fight. The idea is you want to stun lock it and keep it going. Oh wow, it's not dead.
Ignition sequence activating. Destination
You probably just saw me fight the SAX and you're like, it probably took, it normally takes like 20 hits, but if you do it right, you can do it in 4 to 5 hits. Yeah, in the second phase, if you just shoot up, it keeps jumping back into your shot, so you can do heaps of damage. Also, that was really hard. That's the zigzag strat. There's one more final trick, and that's this low height shine spark. No, I didn't get it. I landed. So if you do it 1 pixel off the ground, you can shine spark all the way to this wall. Hi, Mega. Ow.
to destination.
Oh, yeah. And then that was the final boss. Yeah, time now. Time. There we go. See, that's Metroid Fusion. I hope you enjoyed that run. This game's pretty easy to learn if you want to learn it. There's a few tutorials. It's a pretty relaxed game to play. Hey, Ray. Thanks. Wait, who's up next? What about, wasn't it Dave?
Oh, Dave, then Dax.
Yeah.
I need to practice.
You should go do it over there. Yep. Okay, so thank you for watching my run. I'm heading off now. I'll see you later.